guys, welcome to Two Sisters Unscripted. My name is Caitlin,
And I'm Megan.
and we are back. We took a very short hiatus because we had some party planning to do, some traveling in the works for me, and just really rather busy for us these last 2 weeks. So we are so sorry, but super grateful for everyone who reached out inquiring what's going on and where are our podcasts at, and most specifically our father who was yelling at us waiting for the podcast to come out.
Yes, he called me
So,
this morning. Did you record last night? Is what
yeah.
he asked. And I was like, no. And he goes, you're going to lose a follower. I said, you?
Yeah, and he was like, yeah. And I said, wow, thanks. But speaking of father, this episode is centered kind of around him.
Oh boy.
And and the party planning we were doing, which I think we might have mentioned in previous podcasts, we were celebrating his 60th birthday party.
Yay. Happy
So
birthday, Dad.
yeah, belated. Because it has come and gone. So
Your time is over.
come back in 10 years. We'll do 70. But yeah, so we were planning that, and it was fun. It was a lot of work, surprisingly, but it was expensive work. A lot of work, expensive work. But Dad, you are super worth it. So
Just remember that.
I turned 30 this year.
I'm just delirious.
So we kind of just wanted to jump in and, just chat about that. And first of all, my sister is like a party planner. Like she gets the job done. And she did a great job. She really did get the job done with this.
Oh, thank you.
I just came and swiped the credit card. And but no, she really did do a really great job. And it's so funny, like if I have a vision of anything, like if I had the vision in my head of like what Dad's party was going to be like, I would tell my sister, I'm like, oh, I think we should do this. And she would kind of make it come to life. So I think in her previous life, or maybe in her future life, she'll be a party planner. I think you'll be really good at it. So she's staring at me like that's not true, but it is.
I don't know what to say. I love party planning. I really do. And I love celebrating people. Um, but man, I was exhausted.
Yes. I mean, if y'all really threw a party, which I'm sure like everyone who's listening to this at some point has thrown a party, even if it was for yourself, it's tiring. It is so tiring. And it's just like you're trying to like get everything together. You're trying to reach out. Like how we did it, we also put it on Facebook, but then we found out that people weren't even receiving or seeing the invite on Facebook. So then Megan decided to go back and like individually reach out to the people to be like, hey, just FYI. And some people are like, oh no, I actually didn't see it, or didn't receive it. And they're like, I'll be there. So it's a lot. It's a lot to go into it. And if you have, kudos to you, because it's a lot.
It was a lot. I remember just like people at the party. Oh, Megan, how are you? How you been? I'm like, I'm good. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like it was such a good party, but man, did it feel good when it ended.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it ended and we're sitting there. We're literally we packed all the food up, we packed all the decorations up. We're done. We're honestly, and we're sitting at the back of the room, or
just
front of
us.
the room, just us, and we both look at each other and we're like, yo, we could fall asleep right now, like in these chairs. And our dad was still at like the bar with his friends, and we were like, well, we don't want to go over and be like, time to go, because it's his party,
Dad,
it's his day. Like it actually happened
On his
on his
birthday.
birthday. Yeah, his birthday was on a Saturday. So like that's also cool because sometimes you have to have the parties like on the weekend, but the birthday was before or after or like whatever. So I'm like, man, we can't do this. So we were just sitting there falling asleep.
Part of me wanted to be like, Dad, you're 60 now. It's 10 p.m. It's time for you to go to bed. God.
No,
Well,
that's got like his second win.
I know. It didn't help that you flew in technically the morning before
Yeah.
and landed at like almost 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then we had to be up and out of the house for appointments by what, 8 the next morning?
Yeah. And when she said appointment, it was my hair appointment. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, but still, like, Sean went to work that morning, so the kids were up and I was up, and I'm like, Caitlin, we got to get ready to go to your appointment. And we did nonstop running around from the time we left the house till the party the next day.
Literally, yeah. It was because we picked up, well, after the appointment, we went to Costco to get some last minute like drinks and everything, drinks, plates, napkins.
I don't have
BJ's.
Costco here
I'm
yet.
sorry, BJ's. Is Costco in New York? Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Costco is
but
up
not
there?
here.
Not okay.
Not
Yeah.
upstate, not yet. We're getting one though.
No, I think there's a Costco in Syracuse, honestly, if I
That's too far
recall.
of a drive.
I
Anyway, we went
know.
to BJ's.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The Costco, I'm used to Costco here. I'm sorry. BJ's, and we got all the drinks, and then we had to um what did we do? I forgot. I forgot. I mean, I feel like the day happened so much. I remember what we did the day of the party, but I'm like, what the heck did we do?
So we went and got your haircut and we went to
Yeah.
BJ's and we ran to, did we go to Target? No, we went to Target later.
We-
We went to Target, but their stuff ended up being so expensive we returned it all the next day.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true because we could
We
not.
were desperate because no one else would have it like had anything we needed in stock.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
we
So,
went to Target and spent
yeah,
$1 billion and decided not to use any of their stuff. So you went back and returned it the morning after the
I
party.
did. Yeah. And you're right because it was like ice buckets. It
Hmm.
was like ice buckets, and Target had to be bougie for what? Like they had like these 10 ice buckets and it was like $30 a piece, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, yeah, cuz you're right. We tried to order it online from different places. They didn't like it wouldn't be there in time. Um yeah. And honestly, we ended up getting some like cheap ones at Walmart, and I'm like, "You know what? Whatever." It
And I
tasted
kept them. I like them. I'll use them for my outdoor party here.
yeah. So we
Any
got
summer
those.
picnics?
Yeah. So, and they were like the same size or bigger.
Yes, for a third of the price.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know what you up to, Target. You already been messing up. You already been messing up and you keep doing it. Um, but yeah, no, you're right. So we did all like the store shopping and then all day nonstop. And then the day of the party, same thing. We got up early.
Oh,
We
we
had
met our
to,
wonderful balloon lady that night. We set up the
yes.
room and this lady set up the most amazing balloon display. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Um, yeah. Oh yeah, Friday because we set up the room too Friday. We got everything set up
Yep.
Friday for the room.
And then we went to dinner because it would have been our mom's birthday. So we went to dinner with dad and my kids and just had a nice, we went to the cemetery and just had a nice meal. Caitlin's forgetting the whole weekend. She apparently wasn't
I
here.
I'm really looking like I was like, wait, where did we go to dinner? I like cannot remember. It was a place in Waverly.
Yeah.
That was Friday, yeah.
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 We went to the cemetery because we were rushing because we had to get
Oh
there
yeah,
before um sundown. They like closed the gate or whatever.
yeah. Yeah,
Dusk. I'm sorry, dusk.
we didn't want to be stuck with the spirits of the dead.
We had too much to do. I didn't have time for that.
How about you think you could scare me? I'm busy.
I got things to do.
Trying to ghost me out. I'm busy.
Well, and then you
Um.
and I were up like half the night doing the picking the photos
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because
So
it was
guys.
deja vu of mom's services.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So when our mom passed, we ended up doing a slideshow. Oh my goodness. I swear to you, my sister really just be coming through on these things because she's doing it, right? And I'm like providing feedback, all this stuff for both times because I say both times because we're doing party like pictures. I don't know what it is. Something about sitting on the couch. I gotta be at a table upright, sitting on the couch, going through pictures. I'm falling asleep. My eyes are dozing. My sister, just like, is so disrespectful. She took a picture of me sleeping, mouth open, mouth breathing, and sent it to my father, our father. And I was like, why? Why? But
Because
yeah,
it took we were 3 pictures in and you were just done. You were out.
I was tired. I was tired. And yeah, I was exhausted. And she was like, next thing you know, my head was on her shoulder and it just kept, and which I don't even remember doing. And it just, she was like, it just kept getting heavier and heavier. And
I should put a poll on the Instagram. Who wants to see that picture?
don't disrespect me like that, please. Um,
Just think of the engagement we'd get from that on our
they were like,
social.
Karen, this isn't what you look like in your selfies you post.
Real
um,
life, unscripted.
oh my gosh. But yeah, so we ended up doing this really cool so Megan's we both thought of trying to put like pictures out for our dad, and then Megan ended
You
up
wanted to
finding
do like a memorial video.
our dad is so morbid, dude. So we we wanted to do like like put some pictures out, and Megan ended up finding these cool things on Instagram. They were kind of like tabletop. So our theme for his whole party was kind of like woodsy. Like our dad likes to hunt. He's a woods guy, like whatever. So not whatever. Dad, we appreciate you having joy in that.
He likes the outdoors. He likes to hunt. He likes to fish. He just likes to be
Yeah.
one with
His
nature if he can cook it
yes.
and eat it after.
Well, he also like being in the woods and whether he achieves like a deer or whatever. He's like it's like his peaceful time. Like he decompresses and that's his time.
He
So,
calls it his church. That's
yeah,
his time.
exactly. So, the theme was more like outdoor. The color themes were like the greens, the browns, like that was kind of the theme. So, Megan found these really cool like table toppers that you can put pictures in and they're
Well,
on
they were really for like place card holders. So like you put like
yeah,
the names of who was sitting there, but we used it for photos. So on every table we did like
it was 6 photos total.
dad through the years, like kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like we had photos from when he was what, 3 and older.
Yeah, and they were on a it was on like a tree bark, like a
Hmm. Like a little log,
tree
like a
trunk.
stump.
Yeah, a stump, yeah, of a tree. And so that was pretty cool. So we had a ton of these photos. As we're doing this, we realized that we actually don't have too many photos of him younger days before he met our mom, which he kind of thought was kind of funny, you know. So we
Mom
were
made
like,
sure we had the photos.
right. Mom was like, "You gonna get in this picture with me?" Right? Like, there's more photos of our dad after. Oh man, I wish we found the photo of like him and Coco. That would have been a good one.
I have it somewhere.
That would have been a good one.
We did not have time to go through all the photos mom has ever taken.
But so it was just like a really cool setup, and so we set everything up the night before. The day of, we went and picked up the subs. I don't know if y'all from upstate New York, so there's this place called Mr. Sub.
Mm,
Bruh.
they're
They're
sub
still
platters.
around. They're still around.
You gotta
And
look
they,
for them. You gotta
You
look
got
for them. They're not on every corner like they used to be, but
no, they're still around, and we did platter. And
mm,
when we walked into this Mr. Sub, it was literally like early 2000s nostalgia. Like they had like the same exact. That was the one in East Greenbush, I think. They
mhm.
had the same exact like setup of what it was like
When
back.
we
And I
used to
remember
go after school.
yes, we would go after school. We would go after like when we worked in the summer, we did the summer
Hmm.
work program. We would like walk after working at the daycare and go to there. You would always do the like morning to noon, so you would get lunch there, and I would do the 1 to 4 or 5, so I'll get dinner. But yeah, and they still taste good. So
Those, mm.
just FYI.
And
So
then
we
the
had
cupcakes we picked up.
yes, we picked up the cupcakes. We had pastas, chicken wings. Like we had the meals that like our dad liked. Besides
Shout
steak and
out,
potatoes.
we need to shout out Darlene for
Yeah.
what she did for us for Dad's birthday. Holy crap.
Yeah.
So, as you guys know, we're remodeling our house. Like, we're adding an addition on our house. We currently don't have a kitchen. I was trying to do three different, like, pasta dishes on one, like, a one burner stovetop thing that you would probably use when you were camping, kind of thing. It took, what, Caitlin, over an hour to cook the pasta for the pasta salad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this isn't going to work. I have three more dishes to make. So I called Darlene pretty much panicking. And I said, can I come over and use your stove? I need to boil pasta. And bless her heart, Darlene goes, just drop everything off with the recipes and I'll put it together for you. Life saver she is.
And Megan thought she meant like I'll cook because it was a baked pasta, so you have to boil the noodles first, right? So she thought she was just gonna boil the noodles and put it
And throw
together.
it in with
And
the sauce.
yeah,
I
and then
was
we
gonna
would
bake it
bake
at
it.
the
Yeah.
venue. No, no. Darlene comes in and goes, they're already baked. We just have to melt the cheese on top.
Mm-hmm.
What? Dar, you are literally our lifesaver. I don't, we would have been ordering 13 different pizzas if it wasn't for her.
Yeah. No, Darlene really is that girl. She is. Shout out Darlene. Awesome. Yeah. Cause she really came through. I wasn't expecting them to be hot and she goes, they're warm. And I said, oh, they are. They are warm. But yeah, that was good. But I found out I guess red sauce just be doing me in now. Cause that
Yeah,
was
you
like
struggled.
I did. After I had the red sauce and I was up that whole night and I was like, I'm gonna get sick. Like I woke up that morning, we were supposed to do something. I was like, I am nauseous. Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
acid
seriously
reflux and
sick.
heartburn.
It was bad. And then I tried it again the next night because like what why not, right? Why not? And same thing. So I was like, well, it's a process of elimination because that night, this might be gross, sorry, y'all, but like I burped and like I like felt like I could taste like the red sauce, right? So I was like, well, process elimination. So the next night I just had the white ziti and
Grandma's white ziti. Well,
yeah,
can't call it grandma's anymore. I threw her under the bus.
bro, don't tell him the secret. But but yeah, so that was actually much better. So I guess I'm ending my 20s and entering 30s realizing red sauce is not it for me anymore. So that's a sad finding on my part. But yeah, so we had a bunch of pastas. We had wings from my dad's favorite spot. Um and the wings were the best part. They were done. They were
We ordered
done.
100 wings and there were four left at
They
the
were
end.
yeah, they were like they were the hot commodity. It's funny, my sister's nephew.
No, no. I got a lot of compliments on my pasta salad, as per usual.
Well, okay. Can you call it your? But you didn't cook it. Oh,
I
your
made the
pasta
pasta
salad.
salad.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, it was me. All the compliments came from me, and then I finished the pasta salad later. And her kids, I'm eating the pasta salad out of the bowl, and the kids come up to me, opening their mouths, talking about "Give me some pasta," and I'm like, No.
No, my kids did not say it like that. They might have said, "I want," and then you tell
He
them
said,
to say,
"I want,"
"Please."
and then
Yeah,
they open
they
their
didn't.
mouth, and then I say, "What do you say?" And then they
Yeah,
say, "Please." That's how it actually went down.
yeah.
But I would give them
Neither one
little
of my
cheese.
kids better look at anyone and say, "Give me something." They know better.
I would give them little pieces of cheese, and then at the end, there was only like broccoli, cauliflower. I was like, oh, you don't want that. And Erin comes back over, and she's like, "Yeah, have some more." And I was like, "Yeah, what you want?" And I showed her the bowl. She goes, "I don't want that." I was like, "Well, we ate it." I say we, like I gave them like 3 pieces each of like cheese or pepperoni or something. And but yeah, no, your pasta dish always hits. Always hits. It's good. And the wings were it, and yeah, everything was it. And we picked up the cupcakes, and the cupcakes were
Go
great.
ahead, Caitlin. Let's tell our listeners about the cupcakes.
All right, y'all.
They
So
were beautiful.
they were beautiful. So I I'm a sweet tooth gal, so I love sweets, and I feel like, and when I was talking to other people agreed with me with this specific thing I'm about to say. If I throw a party, I don't think there's anything more dissatisfying than not having sweets left over, right? Because at the end of the night, when you're like, it's midnight, you're home, you're like, wow, I did my thing on that party. I want a little sweet treat, right? So you can go and get like an extra, like cupcake, cookie, cake, whatever. So, anyways, a lot of people RSVP for this party, and I'm like texting my
63.
yeah. See, 63 people RSVP'd for this party. I'm texting my sister, and I'm talking to people about this. I'm like, more people just keep RSVPing, right? And I'm texting my sister after I'm talking to people. I was literally talking to my friend Renee at work, and we're sitting there, and I was talking about it. I said, we need more cupcakes. Like I said, like we need more cupcakes. I said, I'm gonna text my sister right now. So I texted her, and I said something like, I really think we need more cupcakes.
You didn't say any of that. Your text was, "We need more cupcakes."
There we go. It wasn't a thought, it was a demand. We need more
Hmm.
cupcakes. So
So what did Megan do? She
Megan
called
ordered
and
more.
ordered more.
Yes, and it was a total of 75 cupcakes. Now you're thinking, okay, 63 people RSVP'd. That's not like an unusual amount of cupcakes. I feel like that's like, cuz I also think if people go back for seconds, they're going to go back for more cupcakes versus food, you know?
But
That wasn't the
everyone who
case because everyone
RSVP,
loved the food.
everyone who RSVP doesn't always show up.
Right, I don't want to hear it. So she
Megan
she
was right.
yeah, so all these people didn't, and obviously not everyone showed up, things came up, this, that, the third. Anyways, um we were left with some cupcakes, and you would think, oh, Caitlin, isn't that what you wanted? Yes. It was just a lot. It was so many cupcakes. It wasn't enough to make another number, but it was a lot of cupcakes. And my sister looked at me, Megan looked at me, and she goes, "You're eating all these cupcakes." And I said, "Challenge accepted." So I was literally pushing 2 cupcakes back at a time. I, I'm a woman. I had my period as well. So I have that. I'm pushing these cupcakes back.
Aunt
I'm
Flo was here, like,
I'm
"Give me cupcakes."
not just that, but I'm like, I felt like I've gained like 20 pounds in the course of 3 days. And I'm like, I feel gross. But I was
She
like,
looked at me her last day here. She was like, "I can't do it anymore."
I really did. It was the last night.
You were
And
like
I
the
think
kid from Matilda.
there were like 4, 5 cupcakes left. Like, but my
Yeah.
sister, Megan, you really said you did good. Like she like it was like a cupcake eating competition. But And what's crazy is because obviously, like, so we did the cupcakes in the number of a six, like it's 60. So obviously they put the cupcakes down first, and then they put the frosting, icing, whatever it is, like on top.
Yeah,
So
it's a cupcake cake, I think it is.
yeah, so like the cupcakes are normal size cupcakes, but then with the icing on top, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like you pick up one cupcake and you next thing you know you have like this massive umbrella of icing over the cupcake.
This is
So,
coming from the girl that scraped the extra frosting off the
well
other
no,
tray to take it home.
that's right. I ate it, okay?
You did.
So,
You did
no,
good.
the
I
reason
said
why I
that.
talk about the icing is because I literally would have I told you, two cupcakes at a time. I would literally have the cupcakes in the bowl. And my sister, because it's so much icing, she thought I just had like this bowl of icing, which
I literally thought you were just eating frosting out of a bowl. I was like, Kayla, what is wrong with you?
no, it was is it icing or frosting?
Frosting.
Frosting, excuse me. So the frosting,
Icing is what goes on like a cinnamon roll.
can someone fact check her? I'm gonna Google this right now. Does ice
Anyway,
does icing go on a cupcake? Yes. Oh, look at that. Icing is traditionally used on cupcakes.
okay, so what's the difference between icing and frosting?
Let me ask. Icing versus frosting.
I'm about to make you share your screen so I can see you.
Oh.
Read aloud.
Well, okay, we get different things here. Frosting, thick and spreadable. Consistency, often containing fats like buttercream, cheese, or cream, used to coat cakes, cupcakes, and other baked goods. Okay, but hold on. Icing, it does say often poured or drizzled over baked goods, such as cookies,
Oh,
pound cakes, and donuts.
and cinnamon rolls.
But I don't see that. Anyways,
Anyway, Caitlin was eating a bowl of frosting.
okay, whatever. So yeah, frosting, icing, you whatever your heart desires to call it. So, no, I wasn't though. I
No,
had
she's
cupcakes with it.
yeah. But
Just
from the outsider, it looked like she was just having a bowl of frosting, and I was like, "How are you stomaching that right now?"
it was hard. I think like the frosting was so rich that you couldn't eat too much of it because you start to get this like tingly sensation in your mouth. I don't know if you know what I mean. I don't know if anyone knows what I mean. If you start to eat too much like rich, like specifically raw frosting, it's not even rich. It's like sugary, like the sugary taste. All right, she's looking at me like I'm crazy, but someone in this podcast is gonna know what I'm talking about. So, anyways, yeah, so I did good. I think there was about like four, maybe left, four
Hmm.
or five. And I think that was a solid, like I was pushing back two at a time, and I maybe ate like a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. 6 cupcakes a day. We were pounding back. So I'm like, um, yeah. So I think I did okay. But the cupcakes were good. They were good. So overall, the party was definitely a success. And just going home was it was nice, but I felt like it was like a work trip because like we went home, we had to do a lot of stuff, and I just felt like we were like always doing something, you know. So when the kids napped, I was trying to nap as well.
We tried so hard to do like sister bonding, and the kids would go to bed, and Sean's working on the house, and Dad's at his house, and we'd sit here, and we're like, all right, we're gonna watch Property Brothers, and we'd have a cupcake, and every single time we did that, and you were only home 4 nights, 5 nights, 4 nights.
Yeah. I think it was 5 at the end because I switched my flight to early
Five, yeah,
morning.
five
Yeah.
nights. And we tried to do this 4 of the 5 nights. Every night we tried to do it, one of us, at least one of us, did not make it through one episode of Property Brothers.
Yeah, I was knocked.
We were tired. We were
I think there
exhausted.
was only one night where it was Megan. All the rest of the nights, it was me. I'm like, I'm done for.
Well, and the worst is she would wake up and go, "Wait, I want to see the end of that." It was like grandma when someone would turn off her QVC.
But it was like, because I remember the things that are happening. I was like, hold up, I was like excited to see that.
Well, you're like,
Um,
"Wait, how'd that kitchen turn out?" I don't know, Caitlin, that was 2 episodes ago.
I'm like, I gotta see it. Rewind it. Rewind. I must see. Yeah. So it was like, it's of course always nice going home, but it was definitely, it definitely felt more of like
It
work.
was a bit, yeah, it was a
Yeah.
business trip, which sucked because one of the things we said that we were going to get done while you were home is recording more than one episode of this podcast. So we would just have a few weeks where we could not have to rush to get something recorded. We did none of that.
No. And she's like, did you bring your microphone? I'm like, no. I'm like, I didn't bring the microphone. I didn't bring my computer. My computer will die. And when it does, I don't know if it will ever turn back on. So,
Yeah. I mean, we had plans. Like I had how many different Instagram reels we were going to film?
Megan had plans. I was here trying to survive.
You'll be back in a couple weeks. Um, so one of the things before we finish up this episode, I had tried to write like little notes of stuff we could cover in the episode, and one of them was if you could bottle up one moment from the trip home, what would it be? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
If I could bottle up one moment, it would be that my sister was here in person.
Fuck up, girl.
That was my favorite part.
Oh my god. Yeah, we weren't even thinking the same thing.
Oh,
Um, God. If I could bottle one thing up, it's gonna be how your kids acted
the
and just
cupcakes.
nope, and just release that anytime I think I want to have kids. Be like, yeah, are you sure?
Well, I don't know what happened the week you were home, but my kids all of a sudden were like, we only want mommy, and only mommy can fix everything. I don't know what happened, and it's still happening. I don't know what's going on.
They saw a strong, independent woman and they were intimidated. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, no, I don't. Any parents that are out there, especially like 4-year-olds, what what do you do when your child decides that she no longer, even though she loves school and dance class, like she doesn't want to participate in anything? Is this a normal thing at 4? Because I'm exhausted. So, if any parent has any insight to that, just let me know. That's
Yeah.
it. That's my little question of the day.
Yeah. No, I can't help you there, but I can say a more genuine what I would bottle up. That
Oh, it's
was
not how
my,
my children are birth control to you?
you know, I mean, yeah. Um, yeah, any child I see, honestly. Well, not even just children. Children, the government, the cost of life. There's a lot of things that are acting as birth
Especially
control. So,
these
no,
kids
but
eat.
yeah, yeah. Every time I told y'all with the pasta salad, I was holding it and they just walk up. I'm like, I
Keegan eats
want
like
to
a little
eat.
man. He loves food.
He does. He eats so much. And then when he's done with his stuff, he'll look at you.
Oh
And it's like, I
yeah,
don't know what to help you. I
you
don't
saw him eat half my omelet, right? Like, mommy, more pepper.
know. Yeah, once you bring this kid an Anklin.
Oh,
Um,
people think I starve this kid. He eats all day long.
no, but if I could bottle one thing up and take away from this, um, I genuinely think that Dad had a good time, and
Absolutely.
I that's what I would bottle up.
Even though you
I,
had to yell at him to smile in photos.
bro, this man was straight up frowning, and he's like, "That's how I smile." I'm like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "That's not how you smile." And I literally took like I paused it right because we had this whole thing, and we made an announcement. We're like, "Listen, before you guys leave, everybody go and like take a picture with him, you know, and we'll send it to." Did we send it? Oh my god, do you have all the pictures? I sent them to you, right?
Yeah, I sent
Oh,
I
okay.
sent a lot of them out.
Good,
At
because
least
I
the
didn't.
family and numbers I have.
Oh my gosh, because I did not. But
I know, don't worry,
I,
I took care of it.
but I. So he said go over whatever, and I stopped the line to review the photo and zoom into this man's face and say, "Does that look like a smile?" And he started laughing because he knew it was in fact not a smile. I'm like, geez, like
And
we
his
just put this.
biggest frown was when he posed with us.
I
So, our dad,
He's like, these damn kids. I can't get rid of them. I'm 60 and they're still around.
we were kind of not taking bets, but yeah, taking bets on how he would thank us because our dad is not, for someone who has many words, he's a man of little words.
Yes. Okay, so let's bring it back to Friday. We got like a small, our mom loved ice cream cake. So we got like a small,
I forgot about
ice-
this.
we got a small ice cream cake and we wrote Mimi on it because apparently when people become grandparents, the other names just don't exist anymore.
No,
So we wrote Mimi on it in purple. Not we, the people there, and it was very off centered. And I'm like, whatever. But
I don't think
we
she
wrote
cares.
we wrote Mimi, and we were like, we were just cutting it. It was like, wait, Dad, do you just like want to look at this before we cut? Like, it literally all this is Mimi, but like, do you want to look at it? And he was like, okay, sure. So before he came out to the kitchen, Megan and I were like, well, how do you think he's gonna respond? I was like, I think he's gonna look at it and be like, wow, you know, like underwhelmed, wow, or like a sarcastic wow. And then Megan, you said, was it?
Nice.
You said nice. Okay. And then he came out, he looked at it, and he said, okay. And that's it, like straight face. He was like, okay. Um,
Pretty much looked at us like, you gonna cut it now, or are we just gonna take a
right.
spoon?
And then yeah, so the party the next day, we did the same thing. We were like, how do you think he's gonna like respond, you know, afterwards? And I don't even remember what he said.
I remember. Well, what did you think he was gonna say?
I don't remember what I thought he was gonna say, but very like underwhelmed. Like
So
very
I
like
thought he was gonna say, it was all right.
yeah, something along those lines. Like,
Like,
you
just
know.
very, not thank you, girls. It was beautiful. You did a wonderful job. It was all right.
Yeah, like and we got I don't remember, but it was I think I said something very similar to
Yeah.
that to some extent. Anyways, we get into the truck and he's like, "Good job, girls." And I'm like, "Oh!"
We looked at each other like, oh my God, biggest compliment ever. Put it on the
um
calendar.
literally Dad said good job for 26, 2025 and only took him 32 years. um But yeah, so in all honesty, if I could bottle up, it would be that because in that party, obviously we were missing a huge piece, right? Like, you know, it's interesting. Like we had a picture of Dad's 50th and Mom was in the picture with us. So it's like 10 years later.
It's
Um,
crazy how much has changed though. Like, it was us four at that party, and like 10 years later, mom's no longer with us, but we added Sean and two grandkids.
Uh,
But that's a lot of change.
yeah, yeah, and I'm still single, y'all. Um, wow, nothing's changed. Nothing has
Well,
changed.
10 years ago,
Um,
you were only 19. I wasn't married.
and 10 years now, and I'm 29. What's your point?
Yeah. But
There's no
like,
point that you made.
well, you said like I'm still single, like you were shocked to be single at 19.
Yeah, when you move down south, boy, people are married at 19 and baby at 20. um, not that I wanted that. Not that I would want that anyways. Back then, but yeah. So just like obviously it was different, but seeing like the people that were there that just surrounded him in love and like appreciation and respect, and seeing that he was like you could see it in him too, that like yes he was loved, appreciated, and like respected, and people showed up for him, and maybe
When
but
when we got home and he opened his cards and he had told people are like, "What does your dad want?" I'm like, "Nothing." Like he just wants people to come and have a good time, and it it was the first time in a long time that people have gotten together that it wasn't a funeral.
yeah,
And so he was very excited to see people in a non-sad environment. And when we got home, he opened his cards and he was very, I want to say overwhelmed in Dad's own way about how
yeah.
many people actually gave him cards and like wrote really nice things in their cards, and just some of them brought gifts and he did not expect any of that, and he was very, very grateful.
No, 100%. And yeah, so I think just overall it was a great time. It was a good time. It was the party. It was overwhelming. But
Dad liked it. That's all that matters.
it was a good time, and yeah, I think he had a good time too. So, um, I that's what I'll bottle up, and that's that. So we hope that. Well, if you guys ever need party planner, Megan is your go-to. You better pay her though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was way too exhausted to do that for free.
Megan's your go-to. She's that girl. Um, But yeah, so if you guys ever are throwing a party, she's your girl. If you guys are parents dealing with toddlers, please, toddlers and what is she now?
For
What was she?
preschooler.
Child, a preschooler. Um,
Help
yeah, just
me.
yeah, help her. Reach out to her. And yeah, if I ever decide to have kids, she can then use that knowledge to give me. But we appreciate you guys tuning in, and we appreciate the grace that you guys have showed us while we were having a chaotic few weeks here. But
The
we
next couple
hope,
of weeks are gonna be crazy too, but we will do our best to get episodes out as quickly as we can.
yes, some medical things are going on. But we hope you guys have a great week and weekend ahead. And we hope that you guys do something that brings you joy.
Yes. Have a wonderful week, and hopefully you'll be hearing from us on Tuesday. Bye,
See
guys.
ya.